Take a quick look at your soil right now. Try to press your finger into it. Is it hard as a rock or maybe just dusty and gray? If you are tired of watching your plants struggle while the cost of fertilizers keeps climbing, then you need to stop what you are doing right now. I want to show you something that sounds almost too simple to be true, but it is backed by generations of traditional wisdom and modern soil science. We are talking about turning $1 worth of common white rice into a powerful liquid culture. It kickstarts soil life in just a few days. In the next few minutes, I am going to show you exactly how to make this at home. I will explain why it actually works. We will use nothing but a jar and some milk. This is not about buying expensive products. It is about working with the natural microbes that are already all around us. Most commercial products focus on convenience. This method focuses on biology. Healthy soil is alive. It is full of microbes working non-stop. When your dirt is tired and lifeless, it is usually because these beneficial bacteria have been depleted. It is like a desert where nothing can survive. By adding this homemade serum, you are essentially sending in a massive wave of good microbes to reclaim that land. These tiny organisms are called lactic acid bacteria, or LAB for short. They act like a probiotic for your garden. Much like yogurt helps your digestion, this serum helps the soil digest nutrients. They break down organic matter much faster. They also create an environment where harmful pathogens find it much harder to survive. Now, here is where it gets interesting. The story behind this goes back thousands of years to ancient farming traditions. Long before synthetic sprays existed, farmers noticed that the water used to rinse rice had a remarkable effect on their crops. Later, this was refined into a professional system known as Korean natural farming. The idea is simple. We do not need to dominate nature with chemicals. We can simply encourage the good bacteria to do the work for us. When you understand this, you stop being a customer. You start being a partner with the earth. So let us get right into how you can make this liquid gold yourself. It is incredibly easy. You probably have everything you need in your kitchen right now. The first step starts with a simple bowl of white rice. You might wonder if the type of rice matters. You can use long grain or short grain, or even jasmine rice. The key is the starch on the outside of the grain. Any cheap white rice will work perfectly. You want to rinse the rice with plain water, just like you are getting ready to cook a meal for your family. One quick tip here is to avoid using heavily chlorinated tap water. Chlorine is designed to kill bacteria, but we want these microbes to thrive. If you only have tap water, just let it sit in an open bucket for 24 hours. This lets the chlorine evaporate naturally and makes the water safe for our tiny microbial friends. Collect that cloudy white water. It should look like thin milk. Pour it into a clean glass jar. You only want to fill the jar about halfway. We need to leave plenty of room for air because this is a living process. Cover the top with a piece of breathable cloth or a paper towel and secure it with a rubber band. Do not use a solid lid. If you seal it tight, the pressure could build up and the jar might even break. Also, the bacteria we are looking for need to breathe. Place that jar in a warm, dark spot like a kitchen cupboard or a pantry for about 5 to 7 days. Keep it away from direct sunlight because UV rays can hurt the microbes we are trying to attract. This is the part most people mess up, so listen closely. You are waiting for the starches in the water to attract the natural bacteria from the air. These microbes are everywhere around us. After a few days, you will notice the liquid has separated into layers. There might be some sediment at the bottom and a bit of a film on top. It should smell slightly sour or like a mild vinegar. This is the scent of fermentation. If it smells rotten or like something died in there, then something went wrong. Throw it away and start again with a clean jar. A sour smell means you have successfully captured the right bacteria. A bad smell means you caught a pathogen. Trust your nose on this one because it is your best tool in the kitchen. Now we move to the second stage, which changes everything. You are going to need some fresh milk. People always ask me if they can use powdered milk or soy milk. The answer is no. You need real animal milk because the bacteria need the lactose and the proteins found in it. Whole milk is the best choice because it has more nutrients for the bacteria to feed on. The ratio you want is 1 part of your fermented rice water to 10 parts of milk. So if you have 1 cup of the rice water, you will add 10 cups of milk. When you mix these together, you will literally see a science experiment starting in your jar. You may even see small bubbles forming on the surface as the bacteria multiply. The libe will attach themselves to the milk proteins and begin to grow very quickly. They will consume the lactose and produce lactic acid. This acid is what makes the environment safe for them and dangerous for bad microbes. Give it another week in that same dark spot. During this time, the milk will curdle and separate. You will know it is ready when the middle layer looks clear and slightly yellow or amber. When you check on the jar, you will see 3 distinct layers. The top layer will be a thick white solid. This is the curd, or the milk fat, and protein. The middle layer is what we are after. That clear amber liquid is your concentrated lab serum. You can scoop off that top layer and bury it in your compost pile. It is packed with nutrients that feed your worms and accelerate the composting process. Some people even feed it to their chickens because it is so healthy for their gut. But that liquid in the middle is the real prize for your plants. Now, let us talk about how to store this. If you are not going to use it all right away, you can keep it in the refrigerator. It will stay active for several weeks in the cold. But if you want to keep it for a long time without a fridge, there is a special trick. You can mix the liquid serum with an equal amount of brown sugar or molasses. The sugar acts as a preservative and puts the bacteria into a dormant state. In this form, the serum can sit on a shelf for up to a year. When you add it to water, the bacteria wake up and go back to work. And this is where most people start seeing results in their gardens. This serum is incredibly potent and a little bit goes a long way. You should never use it at full strength or you might stress your plants. For your garden, you want to dilute it at a ratio of approximately 1 to 1,000. In practical terms, that is about 1 tablespoon of the serum per 1 gallon of water. If you are using a standard 4-gallon backpack sprayer, you would add 4 tablespoons. That is all it takes to change the biology of your backyard forever. Think about the economics for a moment. This $1 batch of rice and a bit of milk can produce enough concentrate to treat a huge area. Most store-bought products cost many times more, and they are often less fresh. When you apply this to your soil, you are building a foundation for years of healthy growth. The lactic acid bacteria help lower the soil acidity in a gentle way. This makes life very difficult for bad fungi like root rot or damping off. It creates the perfect home for earthworms and beneficial insects that keep your soil airy and rich. In many cases, compacted soil starts to loosen after a few applications because the life inside the dirt is finally moving again. You can use this as a soil drench by pouring it around the base of your plants. This is great for heavy feeders like tomatoes and peppers. They love the extra microbial boost. Or you can apply it as a foliar spray directly onto the leaves. In dry climates, growers notice better moisture retention because the soil structure improves. The organic matter holds onto water like a sponge. In humid regions, many report fewer fungal issues like powdery mildew, because the good bacteria protect the leaf surface. I find it works best if you apply it early in the morning when the dew is still on the plants, or late in the evening when the sun is low. This prevents the microbes from being dried out by the heat of the day. This serum is also a secret weapon for your lawn. If you have brown patches or spots where the grass just won't grow, try spraying them with the diluted rice water. It helps break down the thatch and makes nutrients more available to the roots. Within a couple of weeks, you should see the grass turning a deeper green and filling in those bare spots. And don't forget your indoor plants. Houseplants often struggle because the soil in their pots becomes dead and stagnant over time. A little bit of lab serum once a month can breathe life back into that old potting mix. Your ferns and monsteras will thank you with new growth and shiny leaves. It is a simple way to bring a bit of nature's balance inside your home. I have spoken to gardeners from all over the world who have tried this. In hot tropical climates, it helps plants survive the intense sun. In colder areas, it helps the soil warm up faster in the spring by increasing microbial activity. No matter where you live, this method works because biology is universal. Nature has given us all the tools we need if we just know where to look and how to listen. I test methods like this every week so you do not waste time or money on what does not work. My goal is to empower you to grow your own food and create a beautiful space without relying on chemical companies. It is about taking back control and understanding the life in your own backyard. Every jar of rice water you ferment is a small victory for self-sufficiency. If your soil felt hard at the start of this video, try this method today. It costs almost nothing, but the rewards are huge. Come back in a few weeks and tell me what changed in your garden. I love reading your comments and hearing how these simple tips are helping you grow better plants. We are all learning together in this journey. Hit that subscribe button right now to join our community of growers. We are a group of people who believe in working with the earth rather than against it. Give this video a like if you are going to try the rice water method today. And be sure to share this with a friend who loves their garden but hates the price of fertilizer. Let us spread this knowledge and help everyone grow naturally. Thanks for spending some time with me today, and I will see you in the next one. Happy gardening, my friend!